With me now is Rachel Shabi, commentator. Nice to see you. And Caroline Wheeler. Let's go to the Sunday Express. I just wonder, Rachel, Jeremy Corbyn, he seems to have a new lease of life. He's swanning around Commons as though he won the vote.
Well, I know this is very aggravating for the Conservatives, but the reality is that he's right to feel so confident. I mean, the Labour Party has secured 40% of the vote. It has been a surge. They have 13 million people who have voted for them. They did not win. They are not the majority in Parliament, but they have been given a lease of life. And more importantly, the politics that the Labour Party has been proposing has resonated with people. There is a vision for a country that the Labour Party has presented in its manifesto that has resonated with people.
But you still came second.
In a way that it has not for the Conservatives.
Theresa May made the point to Jeremy Corbyn, he'd come a good second.
Yes, and if the election was held today, he would win, and that's exactly what they're afraid of, which is why they're holding on to this zombie government with a zombie leader. They can barely govern. It's a complete mess, but they would rather have this period of political instability than run the risk of holding another election, which the Labour Party would then win.
Caroline Wheeler, the zombie government, zombie Prime Minister.
Well, I think that is the risk that she runs at the moment. I mean, we've seen a set of proposals put out for legislative change in this country, which it stops far short of what was promised in the manifesto. Lots of sort of head scratching today. You know, will the triple lock be abandoned in favour of a double lock? What will happen to the winter fuel allowance? There was a fairly tetchy meeting of the lobby earlier on where these questions were put to the Prime Minister's spokesperson, and the response came that this is only set for a 2-year period. That, of course, they're fully intending that this government will run for another 5 years, and so there's an opportunity further along the line to bring forward some of those other proposals in the manifesto. But in all honesty, when pressed on the subject, which is how much of your manifesto have you actually put into this Queen's speech, the answer can only be very little.
Rachel Shabi, how united is Labour on Brexit? Obviously, it's going to be the major issue. You get a sense today there is still some confusion. I had Chuka Umunna here this morning saying, oh, we need to stay on the single market. That's not the manifesto pledge. So what's going on?
Well, the Labour Party is no more disunited over Brexit than any other party. It's obviously an issue that has thrown the entire political spectrum into uncertainty. But there is a very clear difference in the offer that the Labour Party has with regards Brexit. And I think that's another thing that engaged with people on the doorstep, in that they are the party that is trusted to deliver a Brexit that is for the majority of the population and not for a tiny elite. They are trusted with delivering a Brexit that will put people's lives and economies first, in a way that the Conservative government, now that they have this image of being for the few, for the elite, serving rich people, and not really having a vision for how this country can get out of the recession that it is mired in. Labour's Brexit proposal is, I think, gaining traction.
OK, we're out of time. But Rachel, thank you very much. Caroline, thank you very much for joining us here on BBC News. Plenty more to come.